Some people live for the fortune. Some people live just for the fame. Some people live for the power, yeah. Define what's within, and I've been here before. That life's a ball, so full of the superficial. Some people want it all, but I don't want to get it all. Just want everything, but everything means nothing if I ain't got you. Yeah. Some people search for a fountain. This is forever young. Some people need the dozen roses. That's the only way to prove you love him. And you're on a silver platter. No one to share with no one who truly cares for me. Yes, karibuni sana family. That is Alicia Keys with If I Ain't Got You. And of course, hope you guys are doing amazing. I hope you've had a beautiful weekend. To everyone who was not with us during the morning show, my show, the Pan African Bliss. Karibuni sana. I hope you guys have had a beautiful time, a beautiful weekend. Hope you did get to rest for those who got the chance. And I wish you guys a beautiful week ahead of you. Welcome to another session of the Africa Today show, right here on the Black Hot Fire Network radio station, media of the 21st century. Hope you guys are doing great once again. Karibuni sana. My name is Joby, in case you're here for the first time. And welcome to today's discussion, where we shall be taking it all the way down to Candace Owen'S, who is being thrown under the bus and is trying to come back to the black people. And I have a couple of videos to share that have been trending on Twitter, what she had to say. Of course, we had her saying that she's free finally. And she said she's going to be starting something of her own, something that she can actually pin a name on it, something that she can claim that it is our own brand, our own platform. And that is one among the biggest topic we shall be having today. We shall be joined by Keith, who I have seen popping in, disappeared, but I hope to see him a little bit later. But before we get started, we shall also be talking about Haiti, and we shall also be talking about a certain misleading, and where there is a misleading fact or lies or documentaries, there's always some facts behind it. Where there's a conspiracy theory, there's always something true about it. We shall be sharing an article which you can see that there's a certain a post misleading about an old report about the UN planning a nuclear bomb, and I have a video to back up on that. I shall be pulling up later where we can see that This is all an agenda to do with the World War III, and we shall be discussing about all the plans they have. We also have the new wave of the you know what. So there's a lot being planned, and we shall be talking about all that. Shout out to 1/2 in the building. Shout out to Razy the gamer. Shout out to Kenyatta Market in the building. Shout out to Carlos in the building. Hope you guys are doing great on TikTok, and of course follow us if this is your first time right here. Shout out to Vesh Laurel, if I'm pronouncing your name correctly, kindly follow us if this is the first time right here. We have amazing podcasts, amazing programs aligned for you from morning till late night. So catch up with us. Anyway, Keith is with us in the building, and Karibu Sana.
Santi Sana. I think that, hey, how'd that girl do? She's all right?
Yeah, she's cool. She's amazing.
She did what?
She's amazing.
I don't know about all that. Let's not get crazy now.
Who's getting crazy now? Come on. I'm giving you the answer.
Let's not get crazy. Somebody's amazing. I'm just saying, it's like she had a good time, huh? You enjoyed it.
You just asked me a question and I'm giving a genuine answer. What does amazing mean? She's cool. She's amazing.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying, it's like she had a good time, right? She enjoyed herself with you guys, right? You guys got along.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, she good because you saw how she knows Spike's ass.
I don't know. I don't have time to ask all that. I don't know.
Why'd you find out? You the one. How'd you get that? Why would she give you that picture of Spike's then? How would you know that?
I saw it on her Instagram. That's how I saw it.
Oh shit. Okay. So okay, I don't know the Instagram. Okay, they're like, because I know Joey don't ask no questions. So how Joey know this information right here? Joey don't never ask nothing.
Yeah, TMI. You know, come on. You're making me uncomfortable already. We're just getting started. Come on.
Joey, God, why is everything? Why talk about the little things, Joey, make you so uncomfortable? We're not saying nothing. Go ahead.
Anyway, family, karibu sana. Karibu sana. We shall be talking about Candace Owens. Like I said, we shall be sharing a couple of videos that I've seen trending on Twitter of her speaking about her freedom and what she has planned, and her coming up with her own brand right now. But before we get started, I have a video to share that I mentioned earlier today. I shall be talking about still under the deployment of our troops in Haiti, which we know and we've seen during the weekend. We had the first lady, that is Ruto's wife, who actually did come up with a committee that is conducting prayers before they deploy our troops to Haiti. And the question is, are prayers going to save our people, or should we do any much better? But this guy over here, who is a former US special envoy, did speak on it, and he has some thoughts on how he feels like Kenya, especially the president, our president, who is William Ruto, actions are a cash grab. And that is what we've seen, because there's a lot of money that has been pocketed already. Remember, we had 100 million given to us. Then later on, we received 36 billion Kenyan shillings. And this is to train our people to get the right equipment and all that. But this guy over here said that I have 2 videos to share about him. And the first thing he just uttered was such a shame. And I was very embarrassed, especially coming from, being here where he's saying that we can barely even protect our own city. How dare we go to Haiti? That is such a shame. That is such an attack over there. And I don't know if Ruto is seeing any of this, where the white men are literally even speaking very openly, telling him, you can barely protect your own city, barely protect your own town. How dare you claim that you can go for, a battle in Haiti?
Kenyan troops getting on the ground, I understand, though some other countries have pledged troops too. Would the US ever put boots on the ground?
If the US or England or Germany or France or Britain or the EU do not lead such a mission, it'll fail. You can't ask the Kenyans to do it. They can't keep Nairobi safe, for crying out loud.
Imagine.
Exactly.
The audacity, you guys. Do you have this is just so crazy. And This is so disrespectful, and this is so shameful of a president who claims himself a president, while someone who's not even, he's a former U.S. former, not even current, former, telling you can barely even protect your own country. How much does he know that we don't know? This information is outside there about Kenya. And this is not just Kenya, this is Africa, where we failed to protect ourselves. And that's why we saw people like Eric Prince coming out to say that Africa needs to be recolonized again, because we have leaders who just go for, to go to Texas, go to New York for trips and all that, but there's nothing they're doing. And that is so true. And this is such a shame. This is such a shame. I just heard you guys laugh about the judge in South Africa, the speaker in South Africa being bribed over a wig. Can you imagine? What is that?
It tells you got a child like mine. He's been honest. And what he done? And then sadly, he knows Kenya don't have no real military. What are you doing? Can't be sending nobody. You can't send no Kenyans to no damn Haiti. You don't got a real military. Sound crazy. You can't protect Kenya from Al Shabaab. All that kind of crazy shit.
When they told me the same thing, I asked the same question the same way you asked the first time. Did they give them the goofy wig, the judge wigs? It was like, no. They gave them the wig you guys wear. I'm like, God. That is another level of brainwashing.
That's right.
A top official who is a representative of a country, a whole speaker. What a shame. And this tells you a lot about politics in Africa, how we have people who are just picked and placed in positions that they don't even deserve, because they can be able to be corrupt, they can be able to pocket some money, they can be able to literally be brutal or inhumane. We have literally no leaders we have no one. And this is just us as Black people. We have no one. This is just so crazy. You can barely
welcome to the Black world. Exactly, Joe. But no, that's not just at the Black world globally. Welcome to the Black world. Glad welcome. I'm glad you can make it.
It is crazy.
Bangladesh, Chad, Barbados, wonderful. It's a money-making opportunity for the countries. But to be successful, any intervention needs to be led by a country who is good at creating police and security capacity, not an unproven third world country.
What? Can you hear? Third world country. An old third world country is going to present, a mission in Haiti. Can you imagine? This is such a shame. This is so despicable. This just tells us what I picked from this man. We are a laughing stock to the rest of the world. Okay, only the rest of the African countries probably they don't understand what is happening, just the same way Kenyans are acting dummies. I believe that is the same thing, copy and paste. Leave alone Mali.
Yes.
We are being laughed at so bad. We are about to take ourselves on a genocide, and you have no one to accuse of this. Literally, you have no one to blame for this. Their hands are very well washed, money is very well pocketed. You have taken yourself to a genocide. This is literally part of the population in a very indirect way, but we have no idea. That is how I see it. Literally, that is how I see it. This is so crazy.
It's close, exactly. Well, yeah, it doesn't make sense. Because why would you send a Kenya? They know Kenya don't got no real military. Like I told you, why would you send a Kenya? There's no real military in Africa. So why would you send them? Exactly right, Joe. This is so the Europeans can wash their hands and say, look, it's these niggas. We're not trying to colonize. We're not being racist against Haiti, even though we stole the resources and been destroying the country and organ harvesting and stealing children. It's not us. It's these other niggas. You can't say we racist because these are other Africans. Joby just told me something that was crazy. Joby and Shimon said that some of the Kenyans don't even know that the Haitians are Africans. God damn.
That's true. Some people don't know Haitians are Africans, you know.
You talking about an ignorance on a level. You're talking about an ignorance on a level that can't be. That, listen, you ain't supposed to be going to Haiti. You got people in Kenya that don't know the Haitians are Africans. Mike, that even surprised me. I'm
Man,
like, what?
if we're gonna be going back to the streets, maybe for one of the shows randomly once a time, these are some of the questions personally I wanted Shmani and Katie to be asking.
Exactly, that's the question I wanted to be asking.
Times I try telling them, you know, I don't know why you guys are asking relationship things which don't make a sense. But anyway, sorry for another day. You should be asking people see this kind of questions. What do you know? Who are Haitians? What are your thoughts regarding this? You know, so we can collect the data of what people are really thinking outside there. Because let me tell you, the minds are really rotten. I shared a video on Monday. I think not on Monday, but on last week. That was last week on Friday. I shared a video showing the thoughts of most of the Kenyans, what they think about this deployment. We had quite a percentage which got it right. Most of them are like, nah, this is wrong. You're going to genocide people. These people are taking themselves to just a lion of den, you know, a den of lion and all that. Like, and we had one who said, this is something very good. You know, this is something very good. Haitians do need help. Kenyans are literally very strong to go and help. And I'm like, do you even understand what you're talking about? Do you even know do you know who Haitians are? And it is just so crazy. When you see the Wazungus talking the way they're talking confidently like this, man, they know who they're dealing with. Because the brainwashing is real. This is nothing. This is just...
Yes, Joby, yes.
So deep.
Deployment of the Kenyan forces. Clearly, not everyone, Ambassador, at home there agrees with this deployment. Just from the number of troops there, 1,000, is that even going to cut it? Just talk to the challenges, even the risks in your view.
1,000 isn't going to cut it. And while they have commitments for double or triple that, that's still not going to cut it. Every time there's been a military intervention into Haiti in the past 30 years, it's had a minimum of 20,000 troops or police going in there. Reticence on the part of the Kenyan public to send these guys, and that makes me nervous. I believe this is more of a cash grab by President Ruto, whose country would receive a lot of money for doing this. But the Haitians
That's exactly what the cash grab.
Well earned, and if the international community imposes this new CARICOM government construct, they're going to fight the Kenyans to the death.
Well, it is outside there. I mean, and this is someone who's fought so many missions, and I bet he's telling you nothing but just facts. He has an idea of what he's talking about, because I'm certainly someone who has dealt with many wars, more unlike our troops. So shout out to our troops for try giving it a chance. I understand the state of poverty in Africa, but it can't amount your life, you know. You can handle it.
They're gonna drag their bodies in the street, Joby. The Africans and the Africans in Haiti are gonna be upset. Out there, other Africans help imperial white people coming in. They don't even know how the country got destroyed. They're gonna drag the Kenyans through the street and throw their body in the damn ocean. Then you have other African people come to oppress us. They're all here talking about it. They mean business, and the Kenyans don't understand. You nice and kind in Africa. You talking about niggas that was enslaved. They're coming to see you. You're like, listen here, you coming to get this work. You know, you got Kenyans don't even know that the Haitians are Africans, stolen out of Africa, literally. Like, okay, we're going to go, Joe.
It is true. I don't know, maybe if my brother right here, Smart J Karibu-san, I don't know if he can second me, but it is true. In these streets, we have so many crazy people. When you ask them some questions, they have no goddamn clue of what is happening. Trust me. People are so distracted about what is the new album of, like, what we're talking about earlier today. Kanye West, Drake.
You want me to put up a little bit further over there?
By entertainment.
All right.
People are distracted by...
My ass up.
I have to mute your mic. You're making a lot of noise. But I'm saying that people are so distracted by soccer, entertainment, new albums, what is coming out, entertainment literally in general. And there's real reality of what is happening. And people have no clue, you know. I don't know at this point, like you said, like Kid said something earlier, like you can't say We have majority of the people picking information little by little, but we have, I mean, I understand the brainwashing, but some things are just so logic to think. Some things you just look and reason. You don't need to be told this is wrong, this is right. You don't need to be told that this is someone doing something inhumane. It is so sad to see where our mental state has really gotten to. But shout out to you, Big Cheese. I hope you're doing amazing. Nice to see you saying that. Don't feel bad, Joby. My family doesn't know we came from Africa. They know no history at all. God damn. For real? No. For real? Like they don't know they came from Africa? Damn. Okay. That's crazy. But I understand, a question that the same lies were told. For me, I was told that you guys were taking a ship, trying to hope to get to America. That was what my stepmom was telling me. Because I remember one time she was making a joke. She was like, I wish I was among the people who hopped on the boats and went to America. And I was like, So are people who hopped on the boat? That's why we have Black Americans?
Yeah, we hopped on a boat.
Yeah, like
called a slave ship. Called
of
a
course, when
slave ship, yo.
you're told about the missionaries, which mind has the time to think about slavery? Well, it's not even
That's
in
true. That's
your
true, yo.
education. It's nowhere in your education and system of knowledge. It is just so crazy. But moving on to the next report is about a misleading post that is circulating online, and it happens to be an old report that did leak online about the UN nuclear agency chief who was supposed to be visiting or is supposed to visit Pakistan. And I think I have something backing up this because there's a video I was watching earlier today coming from BitChute, and I'll not share all of it because it comes from the Alex Jones, and understanding that he's one of the coons as well. I'll just share what the guy himself was talking, revealing about what they
Even a
are.
coon got good information. That's why it's called sophisticated propaganda. Because there's a lot of truth in there. Truth mixed with lies. That's why it's sophisticated, yo. Good.
Let me see if I can find the video. But the article says that there is an old report, a news report about the head of the International Atomic Energy Agency visiting Pakistan, a nuclear armed nation of 240 million people, and has resurfaced misleading online post. In the video of the International Atomic Energy Agency Director General Rafael Mariano, which was featured on a breaking news banner, was originally a broadcast by a local news outlet in 2023. And in response to the post, Pakistan Foreign Ministry said that he did not visit the South Asian country in March 2024. Let me see if I can find that video. Here it is. Let me see. It was explaining a lot of what they are planning to do, how they are planning to start the World War III in the Middle East. Let me see. See if I'm gonna find it right now, but let me share my screen as I see if I can find it right here.
Let me use this time to greet you all.
Yeah, karibu sana. Yeah. How are you doing?
I'm very good.
Nice. Okay. It was a banned video, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna find it. I hope I do. I'm not sure if it's this. This one was explaining about the dollar, not this one. Not this one. Come on.
What does it say about the dollar?
That one, they're explaining of how they've been attacking. On that video, the one I'm saying, it's not that one. It's the way they designed the dollar and how it predicted the future. Like the 9/11 incidents and a couple of incidents that have happened. Let me see.
Is it predicting well or just a propaganda?
Yeah, it was a nice explained video. It's just that there's a specific one I'm looking for, which is back in this article that they're claiming is some false information. BitChute really updates things so quickly, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna be finding it here. Let me see. Mhm. Not that one. I think it was after that one. Well, if I don't find it, I'll share it on the WhatsApp family. Then you guys can watch on your own time. Because seems to have disappeared on my site right now. Yeah. Seem to have disappeared on my site right now. So if I find it, I'll share it on the WhatsApp. For those who'd love to see it. But in case I find it before the end of the
What
show,
does it about?
it's about how they are planning the World War III, how they shall, how the war that has started that is in Pakistan, Gaza, Israel, how they're going to be doing it, how they're planning a nuclear bomb, something like that. If I can remember the details correctly. I'm not sure if this is it. I kind of suspect it. Man, I won't find it right now. But anyway, it's all good. It is all good. We shall be moving on to the next conversation. If I find it, I'll share it later on the show. But I don't know if kids would love to pick up the conversation of Candice Owens, or you should just move on a little bit.
Let me go Candace Owens. So let me let me mention Candace Owens family. Let me mention Candace Owens. When I was talking about Friday before they took down the damn show for sharing the link. But they took down that link. Friday on the show I did Friday, they took down the damn whole show. But you see now, okay, Candace Owens now is being thrown on the bus completely because she mentioned those folks that no one's supposed to talk about. I sent Joby some things on her TikTok page. Should I? Yeah, on your TikTok. You got two of them. You got Joby 7 and the old one or whichever one. I sent on both of them.
Oh, okay, thank you. Because I don't have the other one.
You keep losing TikTok account.
Because I don't have a phone.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. But yeah, let me see if I can share them. But before that, I had you earlier also speak about her being on I think the Breakfast Club.
She's on Breakfast Club, but you can't show it. You can listen to it, but you can play it, but you can't show it because they that's what they took me down for showing for copyright infringement.
Oh, okay.
So
this is the stuff that
the copyright
that I don't understand. Why has she been given airtime on the Breakfast Club? I also just saw a clip from the Joe Budden show.
Yes, she was
talking
trying
about,
to
there's nobody more talented than Black people.
Yeah, she goes.
I believe, in my opinion,
They trying to rehabilitate, like what suppose it. Like I said, they trying to rehabilitate her and bring her back to black folks when she's always been a traitor. She told you that George Floyd deserved to die and he had drugs in his system. When I told you, we know his neck was crushed. Yeah. So whenever you get a bootlick, when you get a bootlick, Joby, you go hard. She's a hard in the paint anti-black bootlick with her white husband. Yeah. She's hard in the paint. She's hard in the paint. So so now for her saying all this crazy stuff about black people being on drugs, I'm just trying to give black people tough love and everything that the white supremacist said, she would back it. But now she went against the people she's not supposed to open her mouth about. All right, if you don't know, you're not supposed to open your mouth about these people. And I gave her credit because what she said is kind of courageous. But I don't know if she's stupid or brave or what. You know, you don't open your mouth to about these people, especially when they didn't put her on. So you see how they're the ones destroying her now, right? You see, they're the ones that's taking everything away from her now. Everything. So now they're taking everything away from her ass, and she's getting her Negro wake-up call, right? She's getting a Negro wake-up call. We told you keep your goddamn mouth shut. So now she's getting her, sadly enough, she's getting a Negro wake-up call, letting her know that they use you as a tool, and now they about to break their tool, right? Now they about to break their tool, huh? Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Okay.
But you can use that other one too. I want to see that one. That one that you pulled up too was good. I want to hear that one too. That's the one she was saying. Because now she's doing a black apology tour. When Big Cheese told me about that Friday, I went immediately into looking about what's going on, because I know she had been saying some things about Gaza that she wasn't supposed to be saying, because once you tell the truth about these people, everything's anti-Semitic. So I knew they were going to come after her, and they were going to eventually fire her black ass. Remember the white supremacists. Oh, she's such a good black woman. Tell the truth about you, sad, sorry niggas. As long as she was throwing black people under the bus, she was a good pet. She's a pet Negro. So now that she went off the reservation about talking about these other people, which she's not supposed to talk about, they've already canceled her. Now they start putting hit pieces on her everywhere. She think Kanye got fucked up. She about to get real fucked up. They putting hit pieces on her, calling her anti-Semitic. That's the anti-Semitic trope when she wasn't. She's asking easy questions, right? But now she's been thrown all the way under the bus and they kicked under there. Get your black ass under there. Now she's being treated like a nigga. She's all talking all these white people talking points. Well, I don't know why the black community's all fucked up. They're sorry. These black people are sorry and fucked up. And George Floyd had drugs. He didn't get his neck crushed. He had drugs. And knowing he didn't have no drugs, all right, proving he didn't have no drugs in the system that killed him. But she's all the white people's talking points. Oh, these black bitches around here, these black women all fucked up. These black women are sorry as hell. So I'm sure that black girl that Joe was about to say on TikTok, I'm about to say, this is her redemption campaign. See, once they get fucked up in everybody's community, black people are always loving. They want to bring you back, but now you can't come back after the destruction you did. Now, I said what she said is absolutely correct. I don't know if she's being brave or being stupid, but I knew when she started opening her mouth, I said, oh, is she crazy? They about to get you about the paint, baby. You about to get about the paint. You done. So all her bread, all the money she was making, living in a nice house, driving a nice car, that's going to be gone. And now she don't got no real audience because it was built up by those people. So
she's an actress too, right?
Good job. She what now?
She's an actress too, right?
She ain't no actress. Yeah. If you call acting crazy an actress.
Okay.
Now she ain't no damn. Now she ain't no damn actress. a couple of movies. You might see some not no real movies. You might have seen some some other stuff, but not like in a movie.
Okay.
She might, yeah, you might have seen it like in like a bit part. Then
I think she looks alike with the ex-wife of Dwayne Wade. What's the name?
oh,
They look
talking about Gabrielle Union.
yeah,
Damn,
they are.
Gabrielle Union ain't that ugly. Shit, she crazy. She ain't.
Yeah.
but Gabrielle Union don't look. Damn, Candace don't look like no Gabrielle Union. You better get some glasses on. Anyway, shit. Did nobody ever dream about having sex with no damn Candace Owens? Gabrielle Union nutty ass, yeah. Candace Owens, no. But anyway, but like I said, anyway, so now she's being thrown over under the bus, and now she's bringing out people now understanding who actually runs this country. I don't think I sent that one to Joby. Shit about she was showing that lady Anna Conspiring talking about the Jewish lobby, how they really run America, how all our money is given to the damn Israel, which is a fact. While we don't even got no damn money to feed ourselves, and all our money goes to them, and nobody knows why. Nobody's been saying nothing. Most people didn't know. All your money goes to fucking Israel. You're like, how can all our money just go to Israel? How's that possible? They got health care and you don't, right? They got free health care and you don't, because your money pays for the shit. But you never know. Everybody, none of these political rallies and arguments from Trump or none of them from Obama punk ass ever told you. They tell you can't have health care in America. It's communism and all other kind of right-wing wacko shit. And even the Democratic Party don't want you to have it, right? But your money goes to Israel. They got it. Anybody in Israel, from your money, your tax money, it's a fact, can go to Israel and go right to a hospital for free. But you can't in America. All your tax money goes to goddamn give them free school in Israel. You ain't got this shit here. You ain't got no free college in America. They got it in Israel. That's from your tax money. And now everybody's being all fucked because they getting the truth. They getting red pill. And so she's telling the truth in that video. I meant to send you. I forgot to send. She's telling the truth. And she told you. And in that video, she's saying, this is what everybody you like, podcaster, videographer, whatever. They can't say none of this. And they all know it. And she's right. She's right. Everybody gonna see that fake ass Jason Black and Trick. They never want to mention these folks. They know they can't mention these folks. So everybody want to pretend they don't know who actually runs the planet. Now you know. If you don't know, it's your wake-up call. Now you know. Oh, go ahead, Joe. Did I lose you?
No, I'm here.
Oh, go ahead.
And that she's up to a new grift. It seems as though she's trying to soften up to the Black community.
It's not a grip.
Sadly,
like
a lot of us will take that bait, not knowing her history, not knowing that she started out
for loving people.
And she used to make fun of Trump, and then someone told her she would do better as a conservative.
She make money.
She jumped ships. She jumped ships, not that long ago. A lot of people don't know that, And so then she became Miss Pro Conservative and has dedicated all of her, her platform towards talking against us. Let me show you.
Anti-Black.
This is the stuff that Candace has done.
She's gone too far. They're not going to let her back in, lady. Black people are stupid and we love it. That's true. We're loving that's what destroys it. We love everybody. But she's not going to be let back in. She's gone too far with the anti-Black hatred of us. She's gone too far. Calling Black women stupid and moronic. Black men are fucking lazy and criminals. You worthless, shiftless, dirty niggas. Like what? Like what? So go ahead, Joey.
To be the token. Mm-hmm. And you guys can pause to read this right here, what she said.
She's been a happy house nigga.
About Ahmaud Arbery. And I remember when she said this, And
Now, remember, Joby, don't remember, Ahmad Arbery, Joby, was the one who
Yeah.
run down the street and they killed him and blew away in public daylight when he was just running, and the wife
Yeah.
came out and shot his ass with a
Yes.
shotgun. That's the one she said. She said, "Yeah, if he wouldn't have been in there being black, they wouldn't have killed this sorry ass." Like what? you can't come back from the shit she said.
Sure can't. You sure can't.
Was Ahmad's mother. She also said that the U.S. was the first to end slavery, which was false.
Allah, Haiti was.
So that's the first video I saw today of that lady reacting to her being on the Breakfast Club, and this was one of it that I found. Her response after everything, she said that, "Yep,
rumors are true. I am free. Welcome to my locals page. So much to talk about. Obviously, I'm going to take a couple of weeks here just to rebuild and to refocus and to create something that is actually mine, something that can't be threatened or taken because it belongs to me. I can't tell you enough how much your support has meant to me over the years. We're just getting started. Join the locals page. Obviously, here you can support me and my work as an independent journalist, as an independent podcaster. We're still going to be doing 5 days a week. There'll be tons of announcements coming in the next couple of weeks. And I guess the last thing I want to say is thank you to those of you that don't want to be on locals and just want to support in any capacity. You can head to gocandace.com. Thank you, guys.
Well, I wonder who's gonna be supporting you, because nobody from your community wants you back, and I bet no white man is gonna be laying a thumb, into your thing."
Now, Dr. Favor, that's the white man she laying with. You better get your white husband to help you out, but he broke. So good luck with that. you about. I'm gonna tell you, Candace is about to go what they call obscurity. She was put on by white Jewish power, and white Jewish power is getting rid of her black ass. She's going to go into obscurity. The numbers going to go from 200,000 views down to 2. Watch and see. And her money's going to dry up. They go good, Joey.
Sorry about that.
It's okay.
Today, the Israel lobby has officially done exactly what we anticipated. The Daily Wire has officially fired Candace Owens, but the most insane part, it's like they're all working together to brand her as anti-Semitic. She knew this was coming
Anti-Semitic.
as well.
They're all working together. People that run the planet. These, you know what? They're all working together. All working together to get her banned. That's right. That's right. But they tell you, no, don't say that. You're anti-Semitic if you tell the truth. Go ahead, Joe.
Damn. Okay, what did I do? Where is it? Okay. Just a minute.
You can start it over again. No big deal.
I don't know what I did. Let me
Oh,
try
okay.
again here. I almost could have ended TikTok because I saw no one there, so I think I'll just stay here. Yeah. I ended TikTok because I saw no one there.
Yeah, give people a chance to come in and join you. Good guy. Go ahead.
Owens, but the most insane part, it's like they're all working together to brand her as anti-Semitic. She knew this was coming as well. Take a listen to this.
I want to be clear to you guys. I'm going to be honest with you because everybody's noticing it. Every single political commentator in America, every single one of them knows this. That if you do not step out and
no, they can't. Everybody knows you can't say this. That's right. Everybody knows that.
Quiet on certain narratives, and they want you to be radically pro-Israel. You can lose everything. That's truth. That is a fact. I'm not feeling like I need to hide from that anymore or be afraid to say it, rather, is a better way to say it, because I've endured this for years. I'm just at the end of my rope. I have given so much rope here, and I am just done with it. Every person that you are a fan of, they know this. Every person that you line up to go here.
See, now she been on. See, we never know. Everybody knows this. I've been told you everybody knows this, and they keep their goddamn mouth shut. Did you hear everybody going out to mention these folks? Did you hear Tariq mention these folks? No, he didn't. You punk ass, Jason Black mention these folks like that? No. They got the white supremacists. No, they don't want to mention that. They don't want to mention that. Oh no. I don't want to mention none of that.
You're touching the bag if you mention it.
Right. Yeah, you're right.
You say it can sometimes be on the basis of what you don't say. That an entire mob will assemble, they'll write piece after piece after piece until you subjugate.
They own all the media. They own all the media, lady, on Hollywood, all of it. Till you subjugate yourself. Say, oh, I'm sorry, please don't hurt me while I don't do it no more. And even when you do like Kanye had a little money left. You don't got nothing. You're done. You're gonna be in the soup line or the bread line. You better get your plate and your bowl ready. You better get that white man you're married to. Your stomach about to touch your backbone.
For the crime of refusing to suddenly hate Muslims and to condone Muslims getting bombed following October 7th. Everybody can see that.
That's the video. But
yeah, we all can see it, and that ain't gonna help you.
It's crazy. But I see Jason Neal in the building says, I think a lot of these sellouts of Fox must be clones because things get ridiculous every day. I agree with you because but at that point, at this these are human talking here. The ones we need to question is people like Fox. How is it called? Jimmy Fox. And a couple of people we've been seeing coming back in the industry. These are the people we need to question. But Candace you can see that's a whole human talking there. It's just crazy. I didn't know that she spoke so ill of George Floyd like that, and much more of what she's done. Talking crazy things about Black people. It is such a sad situation. Such a sad situation. She's burned the bridges. No coming back. But I also see Aaron James, Karibu Sana. He said, Candace Owens is cute to you. Well, Keith says she's not, his type, and it is what it is.
Who says she's cute? Who says she's cute? Who says she's cute?
Aaron James.
Who?
Aaron James.
Well, hey, yeah, everybody, beauty's an eye of the beholder. I don't find nothing cute about her ass. I'm good. I'm straight. Yeah, I'm good. Whatever.
Big Cheese says, be careful. Tariq and Jason might come for you. And
I hope they do. They never do. They be on the. I know they be listening. Big Cheese, because every time when they come, their name shows up in my analytics, right? Like when me and Joby and people in talking about Parker Bay, it was me, Joby and Shemai, and people came in. I knew Tariq was there because his name was in our analytics. He was looking at that show. They don't come for me. They don't want this work for me. Dark ain't funny. I'm funny. Come for me. I want them to come. I always beg them. Please, I'm begging you. Please come and get this work. I'm begging you. I'll break your goddamn back. Please.
John
I'm begging you.
Yeah, I'm a fan of this lady after I'm not a fan of this lady after the shit she's been talking the past few years. Well, it is ridiculous, and you're saying that she is a diabolical. She's diabolical, that woman, and it is crazy.
Remember, Tariq called her. I get Tariq. He's good with the name. He called her woke. She sounded out pretending to be a woke bed witch. a woke. Now she pretending to be woke, and now since she's sleeping with the white man, a bed wench means, Joby, when you sleep with white people. Called a bed wench. Called black women bed witches. So now she's calling her woke. Now since she's now trying to become more black, he said now she's becoming a woke. She's becoming a woke black woman.
A white man is a bed wench.
Yeah. Well, a wench is a woman. You can't really be a black man sleep with a white woman. That's a bed buck. That's not a bed. He becomes a bed buck.
Because I've been meeting bed wench every morning, and I'm coming to work every morning. So I don't know if she knows what that means.
You been meeting a bunch of bed wenches coming to work? Oh
like this lady I meet every single. I told you in my way to my home. There's some fuckers who they live in an estate. The way they always just crowd themselves in one place. Their behavior. where there's one, you'll find like majority of them. So every morning when I'm coming to open the office, I always meet like there's this lady with one of them every morning. Every morning I must meet them. I don't know where they're always coming from, working out or whatever they're always doing. Every morning. So I'll call her Bedouin one time.
That's what she bed with if she give them that coochie. Bed wench.
Of course she is, because you know when you of course I know she is. I know she is. You don't see no black woman with a mzungu just like that. Just something is going on. Something is.
I'm getting up that coochie, baby.
John, I see you with your sneaky nose. yes, it has a fancy balconies. Thank you, I appreciate it. Yeah, it has fancy balconies. I appreciate. My environment looks very nice, very very nice. But
yeah, I shared your balconies, Joby, on the WhatsApp. I was gonna look and see what that lady posted. I see you posted something. I clicked. I said, "Oh, that's nice. Let me share it with the WhatsApp." And Jim Mosquito said he don't want to see no balconies. He want to see your closet. I said, what? You some kind of cross-dressing nigga? You want to see Joby's closet? Well, what's going on with you, man? What's happening with you?
I'll show you.
Closet.
I'll
please don't. No.
I will blog for you guys to see it.
Don't show no closets. Jim Mosquito be running down the street in London with a dress on and some damn sneakers on.
Now Jason says that fox love them humanized animals, lice, bacteria, who knows what in them. It's crazy and it's sad when you don't know your history at the same time and who did damage to your history and who you are. And Big Cheese says, Joby, a side note, Lupita Nyong'o has stolen Jodie Turner's white husband 2 weeks after the divorce. The bed wrench. I know, it's crazy, man. Lupita,
whose husband is she dating? Every other year she got another white man. Whose husband she dating now?
Jodie Turner's.
Who else? Jodie Turner. Who's that? Who's Jodie Turner?
I don't know.
I don't. Big Cheese, we don't really know these people you be talking about. Where's Jodie? Where's Jodie Turner?
I don't know who Jodie Turner is.
Damn, look at this sister. Is this lady drunk driving this bike? I'm in Orlando, but I'm in a bad section of Orlando. Look at this lady. She's nice looking, but like she's drunk out of her mind, falling down on this bicycle. Crazy.
This is Jodie Turner. She's pretty. Damn.
Yeah. Jodie Turner. Who is this?
She's a model.
What does she do? I never seen. She look ugly. Model. Yeah. Model. She real skinny or something. I can't.
She's pretty. She's pretty.
Okay, I can't tell. All right, Joby, I can't tell. I'm on my phone. She got messed up who?
Mine, do you know?
Oh yeah, but that don't work. Her white man got stolen by Lupita. I got your white man now, bitch. I got your white man. You understand that? He belongs to me.
Turn left onto West Pine Street, then turn left onto South Jordan Avenue.
Not to them.
He belongs to me, Joby.
Not to them. And I say, did anyone hear what Chinese people said to Godfrey and black people on the Shannon Sharp show? I didn't personally. I don't know what you're talking about, John.
What the Chinese people do?
What did we hear what Chinese people said to Godfrey and black people on the Shannon Sharp show? Let me check that. Probably.
I sure don't.
Yeah.
I don't have a clue. I don't have a clue. I'm not going to try to lie. I have no idea.
What did you have to give me the line, John Mosquito? What did they say so I can know what I'm looking for on YouTube?
Exactly. But just all you gotta do is just say Godfrey on on Club Shay Shay. You know the name of that show. Shay Shay. Club Shay Shay. That's a grown man said calls himself Shay Shay. What the hell's going on?
Let me see. Shay Shay. Okay, let me share this. Lupita is fucked. You call that Lupita? Joe Mosquito, you're disrespectful. Huh? You say Lupita? Let me see. Okay, I don't know which one to look for. I don't know what I'm searching for, but okay, let's see. Godfrey. Is it on the comments? I just saw that some clips, haven't watched the whole interview. Okay. I thought maybe it was on the comments, or probably they responded like, you know. I don't know. Now these people's
This comedy hate has to stop. The comedy hate. Hey, I even sent an olive tree out to I keep calling him Little Wayne to Country Wayne. I sent out olive branch to him because I wanted to talk to him. My agent knows Country Wayne, and I even said, "Hey, Country Wayne, hey man, I'm willing to talk. Let's talk man to man."
Yo, what's up? This bruh man from the fifth floor, and you tuned in to Forgotten Kings TV.
Moments ago, comedian Godfrey responds to Country Wayne dissing him over his comments he made in his Club Shay Shay interview with Shannon Sharp. That's right, y'all. Apparently, Country Wayne heard what Godfrey had to say and took his comments as disrespect, so he went on IG yesterday.
Do any of these people, Keith, Country Wayne? You guys know who we're talking about here? I think we lost.
I don't know who the hell that is.
Damn, yeah. So I don't know who's Godfrey, John Mosquito, what he does. He's a comedian. What does he do? And all that. I don't know any of that. But Keith, you done with on the Candice thing? You had a video to share. You wanted us to share. Oh,
You already did. Hold on, Joey. Give me a second. Hold on.
okay. All right, family. As we wait on Keith, well, I didn't have the show really aligned because Keith was to have this debate today. But let me see if we can find anything we can talk about as we move on what is happening in today. Let me see. Let me see. Okay, so news coming in. I can see that the UK farmers are also demonstrating because of their lives being threatened. That is, the UK farmers, they have also taken it to the street to demonstrate, like the way we've been seeing the French people demonstrating. And let me get to read this as we see what is happening today. John Mosquito, why ain't you here? Why ain't you here? People are demonstrating. So news coming in just a few minutes ago, you can see that the UK farmers in tractors are headed to the parliament to protest the rules they say that threaten their livelihood. And farmers drove dozens of tractors in a slow motion convoy towards Britain Parliament. That was today to protest post-Brexit rules and trade deals that they say are endangering livelihood and security. Supporters and the campaigners And the campaign group Save British Farming and Farm Fairness for Farmers of Kent drove from southeast England and through southern districts of the capital, bound for Parliament Square, where dozens of supporters waited to welcome them. Britain has so far seen the largest scale farming protests protests like those that have snarled cities like in France and other European countries. Farmers from across the 27-nation European Union have protested against what they see as unnecessary bureaucratic rules, clean air and soil targets, and unfair competition from abroad that they say is driving them towards bankruptcy. UK agriculture has been heavily affected by Britain's exit from the EU, which took Britain out of the bloc's free trade zone and complex web of farming. Many British farmers, backed by Brexit, out of opposition to the EU's much criticized common agriculture policy, but now may say post-Brexit trade deals between the UK and countries including Australia and New Zealand have opened doors to cheap imports that are undercutting British producers. Well, personally, I'm glad to see this is happening and I hope the rest of the countries, that have been affected, where we can see livelihoods being threatened, food security being actually threatened. I hope that they can come out and speak out much more about this. I think I had this Match J that was on Saturday. You and Demore were talking about this. Well, I think it was on Saturday. Yeah, you guys were talking about how they're taking control of food right now, and this has been happening in so many countries. I don't know if Africa we yet hit, but I don't think so. I believe we're still not yet hit, but what are people doing to save themselves in case we find ourselves in this kind of situation? I don't believe Africa we're really ready enough to demonstrate and have the strong mindset to deal with these kind of situations. Like the rest of the world is literally reacting. I don't know. Until our stomach touch our backbones is when we're gonna react. But I am actually happy to see this happening. The rest of the world responding to what the cat to the small hats, are doing, rather have been doing, and which is just something favoring their own narrative. And that this is something amazing. I don't know what you guys have to say about this. Those are just news coming in. And as we continue, I also want to take you through what is happening in through election. I know that the more I've taken you guys through Senegal elections, where we can see the opposition, Bassirou Diomaye, is the one who is actually set to win elections. And he is the youngest. I had Demore calling him the youngest politician, not the youngest leader of Africa, and we're going to see what is going to be happening, how he's going to be taking over Senegal, what he's going to be doing, are we going to be seeing changes, or are we going to be seeing the same type of leadership that has been on there for years, where we're talking about corruption, resources being looted, politicians being gifted wigs in the name of bribery? What is going to be happening? What is going to be taking place? That is the biggest question that we have today. But I see John Mosquito, you're saying that Juby, I just shared it on the WhatsApp chat. Okay, let me check it out, then share it right here before we wait for Keith. And I also see you saying that the Chinese say that black people are easy to divide. God damn. Where's the lie? You tell me where's the lie. I'm just gonna ask. With the situation happening between Kenya and Haiti is just something that this evening when we're doing the Rhythm Scoop show, I just thought so deep about it. And tell me where's the lie? When you look at the situation of Haiti, Benin, and Kenyans, that is literally division there that has conquered itself without even struggle. Like that is a pure division of 3 countries, or 2 countries, let me say, without us realizing. They have already been able, they have managed to create hate amongst us, and it's going to work. It's going to work. And that's how I was saying earlier that it is so easy for them to wash their hands on this one because they're not physically here. It is us to us killing each other. Literally. Us to us. So tell me where's the lie. They're really correct.
Well, that's true. Yeah, I agree with that. That's true. So I had to do some out there. So I agree. You know, that's what I've been saying. We're the only people that still got tribes. Fucking tribes. What are you talking about? Damn crazy as cat shit. The United African people. I might tribe. Well, how the fuck are you a nation? And even Kenya or Tanzania, you talking about that tribal shit.
Well, it is such a shame. It is such a shame, and there's no cap in what they say, General Mosquito. Let me check the video as I get to share as we move on. And just saying that yes, they were talking about fertilizer again, and I'm glad to see personally people fighting for like France and the UK, seeing them stand. Unlike what majority of the people are doing, being silent. That is what we need to see the rest of us doing. Trying to stop these laws that are being pushed, that are literally hurting and threatening the livelihoods of so many people. And that's what I'm saying. I don't know how Africa is going to be tackling with that. If it kind of affects us, I don't know if we're ready. I mean, we can still save ourselves, but I believe with the percentage, majority are really so asleep and don't have a clue of what is happening. I believe majority we're not even prepared. We don't even know if there could be another pandemic, and if it happens, what measures do we have to take? Like, that is all I'm gonna say for now. That is all I'm gonna say for now. But let me share the video Jerome Mosquito shared. Let me see. You have to share it in form of a link. I can't share that. I can't really. Let me see. I doubt if I can share that. If it's
I don't know what that. And in the link, I don't know what that is. Just put a bunch of crazy shit up on there. Stop running around, Negro, in the dark. Do shit right.
Okay. It's too long, John. I can't share it. Yeah, it refused. It says the video is too long. I can't be able to share it on my end. I can't share it on my end. But yeah, we're gonna be seeing on this situation of the UK. What is going to be the response of the parliament? For how long the protest is going to be going? And that is something positive over there. That is something positive over there to report on what is happening. Well, Keith, should we continue or should I still continue?
Oh, you can go continue. I just want to say with Candace Owen'S family, her I don't know, she's been too despicable. Black people are loving and stupid. She's done too much stuff that everybody can point to that they're not. I don't think she's gonna be able to be rehabilitated. All right, so I don't think she's gonna be able to be rehabilitated. She said so much despicable stuff about her own people. I don't think she's able to be salvaged. I don't think it's gonna work for her. They can try to pivot her to black people, and no. What's it called? Once burned, twice shy, or something, or whatever it's called. Whatever that goofy saying is called. Twice burned, somebody shot. I don't know. Twice burned, one something shot. Whatever it is. But anyway, Joey probably know that goofy saying. Whatever it is, not gonna work. She's done too much damage to black people. That too much despicable stuff that they're not gonna let her back in. Now, if she goes to church, she does that whole big church thing, right? Because I showed you guys that I was doing it yesterday, but I was doing Friday. She couldn't even relate to African American culture. When they, everybody in church when they say God is good, God is good. And everybody in church.
Damn, that was so embarrassing. Kinda.
And everybody in church knows is what God is good. What all the time. She didn't even know that.
She said she didn't grow up. She didn't grow up in black churches, so she can't relate. That is that
No
was
matter
her
what,
answer.
even in Africa, they know that God is good all the time. That's the indoctrination. We know through black culture we've got that. She couldn't even relate to that. Like I don't know. God is what? God is what? You're like wow. She don't relate to black people nowhere. So, she's like a fish out of water. So she don't want to be around our black asses. I don't want around you niggas. I had nothing to do with you bastards. So if we go keep 100, she won't have nothing to do with us. So
Yeah, I saw that when she was on that breakfast club. She said
yeah.
that. I was shocked. She was like, "Wait, what?" I was expecting for you to say God is good all the time, but she was like, the answer just shocked me, and I was like, this makes sense why black people don't want you back. She said that I didn't grow up in the black church. So
And
like,
see,
wow.
and like Job and everybody in Africa, man, black people, no matter where you are, we've been inundated with the church. If you know anything about black people globally, we've been force-fed the church. She couldn't even relate to that. She's like, when the girl when that goofy girl said, God is good, and everybody knows she's like, huh? What? Yeah, God, yeah. What about God? God do it? Yeah, yeah. God is good. God is good all the time. You're like, well, I don't know what you Negroes are talking about. What are you talking about up in there?
So sad.
You crazy bastards. I don't
So
know
sad.
what you're talking about. I know.
So sad. But there's a video I want to share.
It's not sad, Joey. It just reveals. It's not sad. It just reveals who she is. She's always been a boot-licking fake goon. She got now talking about she like I've been fighting for black people. Come on,
I mean,
that ain't gonna
it's
work.
sad from that angle because the moment we can see when you can't relate with the little bit of the indoctrination of black people globally, because it is indoctrination. That is what it is.
Yes, yes.
Like you can't relate to the thing which is God all the time.
Exactly.
You are funny, and it is in a sad situation because no one can even save you, even if you wanted. Because how many things can you relate to that you don't know that we black people, it was a culture among us? How many things can you relate to? How do we know? Like Jason Hill was saying that, maybe you are a clown. We don't know if you're dealing with the original you. Probably it is true you're dealing with that. We are dealing with a clown. Probably it is true at some point. Shout out to you, Jiba Jaba, Karibu Sana. Hi to you too. And you're also saying that I like she says. I like the way she says compose and doesn't sweat during interviews. That is
I gave her that credit, yeah, Candace. I do. I like the way she was taking the racist guy to task. I was showing you guys Friday. And if she wasn't a bootlicking coon, it actually been good for her because everything she said was absolutely true, right? So none she said was wrong. So if she wasn't such a handkerchief head phony, it'd have been all right. But her being such a bootlicking coon, it's like wow, it ain't gonna work. You're too much of a bootlicker. So other than that, I can't say nothing bad about it, the interview, because she was actually making them unhinged, and her arguments were correct. Every argument she had was absolutely correct. It's just the fact she's been such a no good bootlicker, it wasn't gonna work for her. But she was taking the Jewish guy apart bit by bit correctly. So she was correct. And
so this is the video that I wanted to share earlier, and I'm glad I found it. So let me share it.
What's it about?
Well, some facts here about how they want to depopulate literally a lot of people through the World War III, their agenda, and a lot of things on this. So if it is too much, we'll put the show on private. For those who are joining in, you can catch it on Rumble.
a private bank, which is actually controlled out of London, is manipulating all the dollars to put them out, put more and more people into debt. So the illusion of equity they have in real estate is coming apart. The players that are analyzing everything are expecting massive foreclosures next year and the beginning of what we call the recession it's going to be worse than 29. It's your house that you're living in. You think you own it. You don't.
Right.
You have contractual right to transfer the airspace, subject to you paying taxes to the state.
Right.
Or the Global 2000 discussions that we had. The real problem that they have, as Kissinger says, is there are just too many people on the planet. And 40% of the world, 2 billion of us, exist on less than $2 a day. The summary of the Global 2000 report I put up on my website, nohopes.com, but if you look at it, it makes sense to get rid of people. So what they said, they're going to make godlike decisions on who lives and who dies. Mm-hmm. Now, obviously, some of the meetings we sat on, we were planning on using neutron bombs on the major cities because that contains most of what they call.
You actually heard.
By the way, hit pause. Back that up 10 seconds. I meant to add earlier, and I didn't get the specifics.
Keep going, Joby. What happened?
I wanted to add a little bit, just a little bit. Okay.
You go into a disintegrator. So this is really the plan, okay?
You actually heard
this? I said, in the plan. I was in the game big time. In fact, I was making such a mess, they decided rather than kill me, which they could, they just invited me into the inner group and asked me to be the finance chairman. And at that point, I probably would have been in, Secretary of the Treasury or something, whatever they wanted to do with me. What I was doing prior to that, so, making it right, I would volunteer to become a president of a company. And I'd go in and liquidate it. And we get rid of the expendable containers. That was my job.
Expendable containers meaning human beings?
That's right.
Yeah, it's amazing. That's the inside vernacular, wasn't it? Yeah.
Oh, well, that's what we used at that time. I mean, it went from there to useless eaters today. So you're happy with it. You're a human resource. So, which, all you are is part of the commodity, even in the business sense. You look at it, you have a cost. Labor. What is labor? Human resource. Right. When you're going to put together some kind of product. Well, the inside of the game, when we started to use neutron bombs, today they figure that biologicals are much cheaper. Mm-hmm. They're still planning on, the plan is to get a war started in the Middle East. And they're still planning on using a neutron bomb or one of the bombs that they've got developed on Israel. Mm-hmm. And that's to begin World War III.
While other networks lie to you about what's happening now, InfoWars tells you the truth.
That right there, that's not propaganda. That was George Hill. That's all true. That's all true there. That comes from, they wrote that almost 20 years ago with Albert Pike. That's what they were planning to do. It's all real.
This morning, and I reposted it on X. I'd forgotten about George Green, and he is who he said he was. He was a big investment banker, and they just liked him. He kind of has that Warren Buffett, Charlie Munger. They're just the way they talk, the way they, because I've met with some globals before, and I've looked at corporate systems. I mean, it's this type of guy. But he is who he says he was. But they tried to have sex with his daughter.
Yeah, Al Gore did. No, Ted Kennedy did. Ted Kennedy said, I want to fuck your daughter. He said, what? You can't fuck my daughter. She's only 12. I want her coochie.
Those are the small huts that's literally,
Yes, Joe. Yes.
And he watched them use cocaine, and they were just trashy. And he admits, he goes, I was sold on being an elitist, and there are too many people, and quite frankly, a lot of folks are lazy and stupid. So I was like, let's go ahead and kill everybody. But then they tried to have sex with my daughter and treated me like trash, and I realized they were just as bad as the people they want to kill. And I've made this point. I could see dumbed down, lazy people everywhere, and people starving and squalor, and you can say a lot of areas probably are overpopulated. Now, if they got educated, moved around properly through incentives and things, we need more people.
He never missed the African. The main thing is the African. The African's stupid. He's worthless. He doesn't have nothing to do with the world economy. Let's get rid of them first. That's why in Africa, with all the VACCINE, That's what's going on. Go ahead, Joker.
They'll destroy everything. And then if you've got globalists that are out of control and who are nihilistic, who are horrible managers on top of them, which have this excuse, well, we'll just kill everybody, get rid of the problems.
You notice Candace Owens didn't call him the globalist no more. He called him the truth. He knows it. Well, you hear Candace Owens say the globalist. She got rid of that. she called them who they are. She didn't say the globalist. Go ahead, Joe.
So he really nails it. And I interviewed him a couple times. I don't think he's alive now. I'm going to tell the producers to see if he is. He was old then. This clip's almost 20 years old. I read his book. I remember interviewing him several times. And let me tell you something. Everything this guy said happened dead on. So did Dr. John Coleman.
He told you about the clones they had. He told you most people in meat suits. George Green told they've been cloning people, which I believe too. George Green, that guy you talking about, told me, yeah, they've been cloning people since 1940 something. They've been at you don't know it's real. Most of these people you see out here mostly clones. Right. Everybody started to see all these double gangers in Hollywood. They've been alive 200 years ago. Yeah, they've been cloning people. You know that joke.
Rod Paul predicting it all. We've got Gilbert Griffin still alive. I mean, people ask how I know all this stuff. These guys knew everything. Either people working in Congress that got the documents, people that were on the inside that got them. So I'm going to air like a 9-minute clip of this guy when we come back, and then I'm going to hit a bunch of the news currently happening that ties into it, because this is a big deal, folks. And their program is about 6-7 years behind. The good news is we've held back the program a lot. That's in their own admissions.
They're messing with the COVID.
But now they don't care. They're accelerating it.
Exactly.
Because they realize they're totally screwed.
Everybody knows.
But they're also screwed. They do.
Everybody knows too much now.
Anybody smart can look and extrapolate this out. Now that the world knows about the globalist plan for depopulation, they'll never get away with this. And I've got some perfect...
Sadly, Africa doesn't. Sadly, we worship these people. Bethlehem, Israel, and all that nonsense. Sadly.
Examples of all these billionaires building bunkers all over the world and thinking they're going to be safe there. And it's just like LeBron James, concerned after sophisticated criminal squatters invade the neighboring $50 million mansion. Oh, LeBron, you think you're safe because you're worth $500 million? You think you're safe caring about nobody? He always says that. I care about nobody but myself. You think you're nobody with $500 million. Well, what about Zuckerberg with his $100 billion or whatever it is now? A 10-story deep giant underground base in Kauai. Everyone I talked to, when I say everyone, I mean it was ridiculous, talked about how when the collapse came, what they were going to do to Zuckerberg. And I was like, no, let's be nonviolent, let's be nice. And they were literally, no, he's right there. I've worked in there, I've built it, we're going to get him. And oh boy, you really built something for yourselves. And here's George Green describing. He starts to work for him, and he's in there with these senators and globalists meeting in Colorado again. Oh, yeah, Colorado again. Sorry, yeah. And he says, they say, by the way, I want to have sex with your daughter. He goes, she's 14. Well, I'm going to have sex with her.
I don't care.
And then he sees him in a big boardroom snorting cocaine. And he's like, wait, I was sold on wiping everybody out just because I can kind of see what's the point of them living. I mean, I'm not agreeing with George Green, but that's when he was younger. I put all this out. It's all true. Where's the public getting upset? I mean, this is really going down. I mean, we got 20+ million people dead.
The public still don't know about
cancer rates off the chart, infertility off the chart, life expectancy plunging, and still the average person's too busy with their Spurs tickets or their Dallas Cowboys tickets, to use a Texas analogy.
And
people say to me,
the football and African tickets.
Basketball,
football, like Joby said this morning.
Oh man, listen.
Somebody kicking a ball. Joby finds out and gets it. Somebody kicking a ball.
All you do is have fun. Let me ask a question. If Russia fired 100 hydrogen bombs at us 5 minutes from now, would you say, oh, let me go watch a sitcom, or would you get right with God? I mean, we're close to total destruction on some fronts, and I look at all these skilled people doing all these amazing things that don't do anything for even themselves, and I see all this courage to do mindless stunts and things, and face jump and all the rest of it, and people that practice for 6 months to be able to throw a playing card at a match and ignite it. Great. Imagine if you put that type of energy into waking people up and making a better society and stopping fentanyl and all this stuff, because I'm telling you, we're going to lose everything if we don't make fighting the New World Order plan a number one. I really love my 4 children. And while I'm sitting there cooking my 6-year-old daughter breakfast every morning, man, I am beyond pissed. And you know what? I'm not even pissed at the New World Order.
As racist as this bastard is right here, right? Where's he go? What is this racist bastard right here going to do about the Black Jesus information that Putin? He loves Putin. Putin. He ain't mentioned nothing about the Black Jesus, because he'll get rid of that Jesus shit in a minute. If they start making Jesus a black man, I'm done with that Christian shit. Black people. Go ahead, Joey. Go ahead.
People out there, they don't take this shit serious, because this is as serious as life and death, because it is. We'll be right back. I'm Alex Jones, Infowars.com. Stay with us. We're on lots of radio stations and on the internet, and thousands are tuning in and tuning out every second. So let me just recap the George Green clip, because it's the craziest thing. I had a photographic memory till I was 40 or so. And it was actually a headache, because I would look at one article and remember like 1,000 others, and could cite, you remember, U.S. codes, bills from 20 years ago. And then now that I'm 50, I still have a really good memory, but I never had those, what they call Alzheimer moments, where you can't remember somebody's name, or you can't, it was all there. I remember everything. Everything about my childhood, everything else, just everything. Total recall.
I remember it was Ted King that wanted to have sex with his daughter. He said, he looked at the door and said, I want to fuck her. He said, Ted, you can't. She's a child. She's 13. He said, so I don't care.
It's really a blessing for me. I'm much more calm and happy. So I could barely even finish the sentence years ago, because I was just so on target. I mean, I just could see everything. And that's how the brain works. Most people with photographic memories, it starts declining at 40. And I'm like, wait, I know George Green. He's been on the show. I read his book. Why did I forget about George Green? He's just one more of those incredible insiders that we got the whole enemy battle plan from, that I'd forgotten about. It's like I was on a big Spaces yesterday that had millions of viewers and listeners with Mario Nafal on the Russia attack. And a guy calls in, Patrick Henningsen, I think's the name. And I know you. I've interviewed you. And he goes, yeah, I worked for you for 4 years. Haven't talked to you in 12 years. And I was like, yeah, you're a great reporter. I mean, it's just, boom, you forgot about him. So this is really powerful. And this isn't somebody just saying this. He did what he said he did. He cited it all. I looked him up at the time. And he was not super prolific like J. Edward Griffin or others. And Griffin wasn't an insider, but he was a guy that was able to get to the insiders. But this is all their plan. And this is what they had planned. So when you hear all this, when you hear enemy camps, that means COVID camps. When you hear all this, they've kind of updated it, but this is all their original plan. And when he talks about, yeah, we would sit around in board meetings with the global elite talking about using neutron bombs to take out the major cities to control the populations. And Bertrand Russell even wrote about making a deal with the Russians in the late 50s, early 60s. He wrote about it. Bertrand Russell was a Nobel Prize winner, big, quote, liberal. He said, we will inject you with vaccines that brain damage you to make you more controlled. So we'll use diet injections and injunctions to control you. So many of these guys openly talk about it. That's why we have all the clips of them at Davos saying we're going to depopulate 95%, down to 500 million or whatever. And the Georgia Guidestones and all the rest of it, which has now been blown up by somebody we don't know who. So you have to understand, this is 100% real. And this is the moment so many people that work for the system decide to say no, is when the pedophilia comes in. And the lady says, well, was it just them trying to have sex with your daughter? And he said, no. It was just the fact that they were scummier than the general public and were all a bunch of trash. And I was like, these are the people who need to be gotten rid of. So you can say he was a cold-blooded guy. When you're a high-powered manager and smart and work hard, and you see all the decadence and laziness, when you try to warn people like I do, and they don't take it serious because they're so mentally selfish and so lazy, you say, well, screw you, you deserve to die. But that's only a war game I've had in my head. I've never actually thought that, but I've entertained it in a war game to understand the enemy. But he's very, very honest about all of this. And that's my point, is that do you really think the globalists are going to get rid of 7.5 billion people plus, and that then they're going to stop there? Because they present the problem, well, there's too many people, we can't sustain this. As Elon Musk has explained, if you make people be competitive and you don't have handouts for people that don't absolutely need them, and if you have huge corporate and government work projects like space exploration, you name it, you need a bigger population, actually. We can export it to space. But once you cut replacement rate below 2%, society collapses. And I've been saying this for years, and it was the top of Yahoo News on Friday, and we covered it some, but I should cover it more.
See, that's their birth rate. The birth rate in Africa is not 2%. They've been trying to do that to Africa. They've been trying to do it to Africa with the BICEs and shit, right? Collapse the birth rate. But that hasn't worked. That hasn't worked. That's what they've been trying to do in Mama Africa. But their birth rate is collapsing. That's why I told you, fuck around and go into Africa with a war with these young kids and find out. Your back will be broken. Fuck around and find out. And I think they know it. That's why they run around with the GMO foods and the VACCINEs and shit. Because the African birth rate. It's the only birth rate that's what in the positive. Everybody else's birth rate is collapsing. That means your society collapses. He's got that right. That's what I've been telling you. European is collapsing. As a world power, they're done. That's why they got to keep. Make a difference how fast the African wakes up. As a world power, the European is done. The Asian is done as a world power. That's why the scramble for Africa is back on. And that birth rate in Africa is dangerous. That's what they're talking about. So, he's right. Their civilizations are collapsing. Not Africa. Africa's birth rate is out the chart. Because the black woman's the original woman. Birth rate's never going to be fucked up. No matter what they do, the sterilization, all the evil, wicked shit they've done. And the African birth rate is booming. So go ahead, Joby.
At above 8 billion. And then it's set to plunge to 4 billion in the next 70 years. And then it goes down to 2 billion and 1 billion, because once you reverse an expansion, and the things they've done in the chemicals and the water and all of it, it's irrevocable. It takes a lot of people to build infrastructure like this, and robots are never going to, quote, replace us the way they say they are. So this is a bad plan for humanity, period. And it doesn't work. But you can't have people laying around watching Netflix and playing video games all day either and continue human civilization. Because you do become criminal, decadent, lazy, slovenly, and that creates a vacuum where the predators come in who are at least willing to work enough to get into power, who then see you as not just competition, but more importantly, eating their food, taking their resources. And the globals have a limited zero-sum game view of the universe, not a non-zero-sum game.
They believe all the resources in Africa belong to them.
View that I have. So there's never non-movement in the universe. The only constant is change. The only thing that stays the same is change.
The same is change. Right.
And so,
only thing stays the same is change.
You try to create a vacuum where there is no change, you will create total destruction. Stagnation leads to total destruction. So the globalist system is stagnated.
See, ain't it funny? What he's saying is completely African. It got nothing to do with that Christian shit he's talking about. He's talking about African spirituality, which he hates. He calls it voodoo and evil, but he's always quoting this shit. I find it mighty funny. He's always quoting some African shit. He knows it's African. His audience doesn't. The white people that listen to this no good bastard, they don't know. He knows it. He's always talking it. The universe. Why do you say Jesus? The universe and this stagnation, yeah. That's ancient African science.
We need to be honest about this and have a wider debate about this, because this is the real world. I mean, this is what the globalists talk about, their boardrooms, corporate government. This is the big boy area. This is the big boy pants. This is the adult table, and we're all over here at the kid table at Thanksgiving. You got to get away from the kid table. You got to come to the adult table. And he talks about when he challenged them early on because he was so successful in their system, they came and said, we want you to work for us. And I was told the same thing by the head of the Kissinger group, Rothkopf at the time. I don't brag about it. He didn't come to the British. That was the only meeting that wasn't off record.
I believe you're still working for the Rothschilds, goddammit.
At mansions you wouldn't even believe. 100-foot black marble walls. Private airports, all of it. And I tell them, I go, A, I'm not going to sell out to you because the overall project's evil. B, it's not going to work. You're going to cause giant wars, cutting the resources off. We got to go full expansion or lose everything. You've got to embrace full competition and stop undermining people to make them weak. We've got to be really tough and get serious here and have violent expansion. By violent, I don't mean killing each other. I mean violent, like aggressive, wild. We've really got to have some big goals or we're going to lose everything. And I talked about that on Friday. We need a plan B instead of the New World Order plan A. And people say, well, we don't want your plan B. I've not even extrapolated it, out to people. I've not even broke it down. Exactly. Plan B means other plans. But you need to admit there's a plan for you that's being rolled out. And it's no longer in beta, it's an operational. So can we just be adults here? I reject the globalist plan. A, it doesn't feel good at a cellular spiritual level. So when I was younger, I rejected it because it felt evil. And now as an intellectual, someone that's really been studying this for 35 years, on their 30.
That's why he knows it's phony. He won't name it what it is. He keeps talking about this globalist plan. It ain't no fucking globalist plan. It's a cat with the small hats plan. He not going to say it. He ain't going to say it. He knows exactly what the fuck it is. Why won't he say it? Candace Owens told you. Remember Candace when Joey just played? All your pundits know it. She told you. All your pundits know it. They know they can't say it. Him being a pundit, he knows it. He fucking knows it. It ain't no goddamn globalist either.
Plan. And the globalists will all be eaten in their bunkers later if this goes through. So, but see, they're all on drugs, pedophiles. It's just an evil, decadent, Satan-manipulated system. They've been set up to losers.
Was it the globalists was it the globalists that had tunnels down in New York with blood-stained mattresses and baby carriages? Was that the globalists? Go ahead, Joe.
Anti-family New World Order plan. That's why they're hated. So let's go ahead and go to George Green. Here it is.
The problem is the monopoly game, which is controlled by the Federal Reserve, the private bank,
Exactly.
which is actually
Federal Reserve, private bank. Who owns the Federal Reserve? Is it the globalist? Who owns the Federal Reserve Bank? Damn sure ain't no globalist. Go ahead.
Is manipulating all the dollars to put them out, put more and more people into debt. So the illusion of equity they have in real estate is coming apart. The players that are analyzing everything are expecting massive foreclosures next year and the beginning of what we call the recession it's going to be worse than 29. It's your house that you're living in. You think you own it. You don't.
Right.
You have contractual right to transfer the airspace, subject to you paying taxes to the state.
Right.
Or the Global 2000 discussions that we had. The real problem that they have, as Kissinger says, is there are just too many people on the planet. And 40% of the world, 2 billion of us, exist on less than $2 a day. The summary of the Global 2000 report I put up on my website, nohoax.com. But if you look at it, it makes sense to get rid of people. So what they said, they're going to make godlike decisions on who lives and who dies. Now, obviously, some of the meetings we sat on, we were planning on using neutron bombs on the major cities because that contains most of what they call.
You actually heard.
By the way, hit pause.
I said it on the meetings.
Back that up 10 seconds. I meant to add earlier, and I didn't get the specifics. Bertrand Russell proposed using neutron bombs in an agreement with China, Russia, the U.S., African nations, where we would all, in a coordinated UN attack, blow up the cities and depopulate. And you remember, one of the first Star Trek episodes is where they find a futuristic planet where they were killing each other in wars. So now they just decide to have simulated wars. But when you die in the war from the nuke, which isn't a real nuke, you go into a disintegrator. So this is really the plan, okay? But then notice he goes, but we decided not to use neutron bombs. They're going to use bioweapons. Here it is.
Right, COVID. No, that's
maybe having a computer
neutron bombs
problem
on the major cities because that contains most of what they call.
You actually heard this?
I said it on the meetings. I was in the game big time. In fact, I was making such a mess. They decided rather than kill me, which they could. They just invited me into the inner group and asked me to be the finance chairman. And at that point, I probably would have been in, Secretary of the Treasury or something, whatever they wanted to do with me. What I was doing prior to that, so, making it right, I would volunteer to become a president of a company, and I'd go in and liquidate it. And we get rid of the expendable containers. That was my job.
Expendable containers meaning human beings?
That's right.
Yeah, it's amazing. That's
Well,
really
that was the
inside
terminology.
vernacular, wasn't it? Yeah.
Oh, well, that's what we used at that time. I mean, went from there to useless eaters today, so you're happy with it. You're a human resource. So, which, all you are is part of the commodity, even in the business sense. You look at it, you have a cost. Labor. What is labor? Human resource.
Right.
When you're going to put together some kind of product. Now, the inside of the game, when we started to use neutron bombs, today they figure that biologicals are much cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
They're still planning on. The plan is to get a war started in the Middle East, and they're still planning on using a neutron bomb or one of the bombs that they've got developed on Israel, and that's to begin World War III, which is all on the cards. And it's going to happen. They even put a monument up to this whole program. It's called the Georgia Guidestones.
Georgia Guidestones.
Outside of Atlanta, and they've got it all set down there. It's all in 8 languages. They want basically, it's fait accompli as far as they're concerned. It's just to get the thing going in the Middle East, and it's not going fast enough. I mean, Carter put this thing in, so we have the Plan 2000, with the war starting in the year 2000 in the Middle East.
Right.
Reduce the population of the planet down to 500 million, have one world currency under the Homeland Security, or FEMA, if you want to call it. They're going to declare an emergency, which are going to shut down everything. My friends... My CIA associates, I don't even call them friends anymore. CIA is crooks in action.
Yeah.
They're all professional liars.
Yeah.
I mean, they got to be if they have that job.
Yeah.
So you have to look at what they're doing. Anyway, they're so concerned, they're leaving the country too. Most of them are going to Latin America. Meanwhile, they're closing in every day right now, just closing in to make it so we're going to be set up in these enemy prisoner war camps. I published a book. It's called Chaos in America. In it, I was asked to build an enemy prisoner war camp. I put the contract in this book, so you can read it for yourself. This is in downtown Las Vegas, right on the railroad tracks. It says enemy prisoner war camp. They're all on top. And they're building them all the way across the United States right now. Bush signed an executive order taking the old forts and the army places that we shut down to get those organized to hold the so-called dissidents. Now, what's the definition of a dissident? And the problem is that we're going to enslave ourselves because most of the people want to keep having food coming in, and you're going to follow the line. You're just walking yourself into your own prison camp. Then we're going to come down to the extermination, just like World War II.
Right.
Well, Phil and I had lectured together. I know Phil's not. He's dead now.
I know he's dead. And so what about what he was saying about the number of bases at that time? I think it was 129 bases before he died.
Underground. Phil Snyder. Remember Phil Snyder? Yeah. They strangled him to death, opening his goddamn mouth about the underground bases that they have. All the underground bases, they strangled his ass to death. So You know, it's crazy. Go ahead, Joe.
Really? What are they going to do with the rest of the people? They just get rid of them, leave them above ground and be radiated. Now, my son happens to be a nuclear physicist. Spent the last 3.5 years in a secret city in Russia. They're about 12 years ahead of us. They have 22,000 nuclear warheads. And, of course, we're the target. The Soviets had 3 nuclear submarines on the West Coast and 3 on the East Coast. They're about 2 football fields away, 5 stories tall, and they all are nuclear power and aimed at our major cities. West Coast gone. Well, because the plan is the Northern Hemisphere is where they're going to release the nuclear bombs, and the theory was that the winds from the North Pole will come down, because that's increasing drastically. Will go to the equator, and there will be very little spillover because of the reverse of the winds, because of the...
The hell is that?
I think it's a Smart J's background.
Southern Hemisphere. Okay. So therefore, the nuclear radiation here will be a lot more than the Southern Hemisphere.
And this is a fait accompli, you believe?
Oh, they think so. Oh, yeah, they think they've won. That's the reason why they don't bother about me talking about it. They don't care whether you know or not. What are you going to do about it? And you have no idea what China is until you go over there for yourself. With 1,300,000,000. You understand? Almost, well, a little over 4 times our population.
Right.
It's... you know, I spent some time over there and I had some government friends. They think what they're going to do is let the West go have its fight. And then they want to clean up. They say it's been 5,000 years. We want to run the world when we get through. And what they're doing? Acquiring all the assets. They
With the Chinese.
Canada
Exactly,
and the
Chinese.
United States, the property there will, the food growing areas will be enough to take care of their people.
Because they know. I told you who said the Chinese. He's not telling you who said the Chinese.
Will become a resource.
Who said the Chinese? He's not telling you that exactly. That ain't gonna happen because their shit's collapsing too. So all people gonna run this planet next to the African. Period. Go ahead, Joe.
Whatever's left of it.
Whatever's left of it, yeah. You seem to be in a unique position to be able to put a fair amount of this together, which is quite interesting.
Well, I walk my talk. I played the game.
You played the game. You know one level of it.
And I know. I used to play around with the world leaders, so I know what they're planning on doing.
What change of heart? What happened in you that made you decide to share this information that happens at the inside levels?
Well, it come back to a moral situation that happened to me. I think when I flew to Aspen. I brought my 2 daughters up there so they could go skiing. And when I was invited to this meeting, when I walked into the room, the world leaders were there. And that's when they asked me to be the finance chairman. As they said, we'd like you to be the finance chairman for the next president of the United States. And the first thing I asked is, why me? And they said, well, we owe you a favor. Remember I told you I volunteered to be president of companies as I went down.
And then you liquidate, yeah.
I didn't charge them anything for it. It was just a game.
I see.
And anyway, that's what they said.
So I thought you'd be good on the team, yeah.
I'd be good. I'd be a team player. I just did it because it was, another one of these things. So next thing I asked them, I said, well, wait a minute. I just started this $100 million project. And they said, don't worry about it. We'll put it on ice. And I said, okay, who with? And I said, well, you can do that. Then I said the next thing was, who is going to be the next president? Now, this is 2 years before he became president. Right. They said Jimmy Carter. And I said, Jimmy who? They said, well, he's the Democratic governor of Georgia. And I said, I've been voting Republican. And Paul Volcker said, son, don't worry about it. We control them both.
Yeah.
And I said, well, I got the next person.
Exactly. We control both. They're all selected. We control no such thing as different parties. We control all of it. Exactly. Good.
I haven't been doing that. I've been playing all this other stuff. They said, will you sit down with Ted? And so I sat over with Ted Kennedy. He's sitting right next to me. And Ted and I he's just joking. He said, George, you're going to love this job. You're really good with money. We're going to send you out to all the state Democratic functions to raise money for the National Democratic Party. And he said, you're going to meet some real foxy ladies. And just then, my daughter walked in. Ted looked at her and he says, wow, I want to go to bed with that. I says, no, you don't, Ted. That's my daughter, and she's 14. And his response to me was, I don't care. I was livid. I really didn't know what to do.
So it was that moment of that personal insult.
That was part of it.
Yeah.
I got up and I walked across the room. Yeah. I then talked to Pierre Trudeau and his wife, who was the Prime Minister of Canada at that time.
Canada.
And I'm sitting in front of them was a little half cigar box full of white powder. Now I'm looking around the rest of the room. I said, my God, something hit me at that point. If the world leaders have to resort to this, I don't think I want to be part of this thing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even to the position, even to the pollution and getting everything else they're talking about, getting rid of all the other people. I mean, I was raised in a packing house and slaughtering animals, and you get to the point where people are just animals at that level. And then I found out a little bit more about the details of the Plan 2000, of the annihilation of the entire planet. I said, I got to stop these people. There's something there. I mean, it's just...
We'll be right back. Stay with us. So you wonder why somebody like Justin Trudeau can be so evil, saying he wants to be a dictator and wants to put you in jail.
Yeah, because his daddy was prime minister, and now he's prime minister of Canada. He's wicked as hell.
Yeah, but I think that is the whole video over there. It's just 3 minutes to the end of it, and I wanted to share that because it had so much information, and that is what
Oh, you never
felt. It was very, very.
Oh, you never voted for anybody? That's right. There you go. Well, I voted. I was young and stupid. I know the scam. How do I know what the world? I'm born in the world. I don't know how the world works. Shit. I believed in. I was about to say, yeah, let me go vote. I used to be the yelling at people. How you gonna not go vote? I'm gonna change the world. What's wrong with you? What kind of you apathetic? I dare you. I dare you laugh at me, Joey.
I don't even bother to take a voter's card. I don't have none. Never will.
That's because you know more than me back then than I knew then. So don't act like I'm some kind of nut.
When I turned 18, my dad was forcing me to take a voter's card, but I said no. I refused totally. I didn't know even about my vote changing the world or not changing the world, but I was just like, no. I'm not going to stand on a long ass queue. No one. Someone who barely knows if I exist, and someone who's not even gonna give a shit about me, but himself and whatever he's gonna be doing. So no. I'll never, ever. I think I'm gonna be one among the people who die without taking the voter's card. So, spare me on that. But anyway, let me go through the comments very quickly and what you guys have to say. I see you, Big Cheese. Before we get to wind up, okay.
Joby said the new girl's amazing. So there you go.
Jibba, you are on the Rhythm Scoop Show. Joa Mosquito, you are on the Rhythm Scoop Show. I saw a couple of you on the Rhythm Scoop Show. So you guys can give honest reviews. And she's going to be on the Tubonge Show and on the Rhythm Scoop Show. And she'll have her own show starting next week before we get to figure out what she's going to settle on. So next week, officially, she'll bring her show as well. So give your honest remarks and reviews. But I see... Zibi, why didn't you get... I see huge Big Cheese because it's not my type. And I also see you saying that, okay, I've shared it. Okay, Jibba Jab, I think, Jerome Mosquito, I think we'll check it for those who have time. We'll check it on our own. Jibba Jab also says that Pittsburgh, downtown, Sky...
Yeah, Levi, can you hear me?
50%.
Yeah. Nah, you must have read my mind. Yeah, I called him and told him
yeah, let us mute him over there because we don't want to hear none of his conversation. Jason says that these stupid creatures really think they can live on this planet without black fox energy. Okay, of course they can't, and that they know that's what they rely on. Let's not cap, and they know they can't. And I also see you saying that the cupcake, aka ugali shot, the cupcake, that is Ramaphosa. So you gotta be careful when you're using the cupcake name on Jerome Mosquito, because that is Ramaphosa. Okay, shout out to you, Kai. Nice to see you. Hope you're doing great and hope you had a beautiful weekend. And Karibu Sana, Jerome Mosquito says, I can't watch sports nowadays, all just a big distraction. It is. Personally, never been a fan of sports. Only when I was in high school, I used to play a lot of soccer because I was a good runner. And yeah, That is all I could do. And handball. I don't know if you guys call handball or netball. I used to play a lot of handball and soccer. That used to be my games. Far from that, nah. You can't find me literally sitting down watching soccer unless I'm out, which is very rare. It's been a year, like, since I went out, or just pop out anytime I want. Nah. Or maybe you'll find me playing FIFA, the game. That is my favorite distraction that I'll do. But I also see you saying that the Black Jesus is going to make a lot of America Black folks feel some type of way, or they will start leaving these churches, or just continue with the white Jesus. Well, we'll see. Because I don't know how many already have seen whatever Putin has said. So we're gonna see the reaction of so many. I know through TikTok you're gonna see a lot of reaction. Always in TikTok, it's quick to see people very angry. The reaction of people, if you wanna get the reaction, don't go on
Hey, it's
YouTube.
funny. Yeah,
TikTok,
y'all got to pull that up tomorrow. You guys let her do a show. Let her go on that tomorrow morning and look through it. There's a bunch of people. But man, it's all them black. I mean, there's thousands of them there. I thought TikTok is the real time. But shout out to Vladimir Putin for coming out, being world leader, telling the truth, and these are real, because the white people talk, oh, they got black because of time. They said, well, how the clothes didn't get black then? How the clothes they wearing didn't turn black, just their faces. So Putin came out and said, we got to understand that these are ancient times and these are the real people of God. Alan Jones ain't gonna bring none of that shit up. He gonna tell you about the globalists. It's the globalists. Anyway, I'm gonna let Joe get much love.
Dramas Crew says you can't. She's only 14. How about no? You can't sleep with my daughter at a full stop. Exactly. And you're saying what they really mean is there are too many people for them to control. And Jason says that real so-called FEMA camps are underground, and everyone keep talking about that 3-Body Problem movie on Netflix. Okay, I should check that out, see what it is all about.
What movie? What movie, Joey?
3-Body Problem.
I never seen. Oh, I know the 3-Body Problem movie. I never heard of it. I don't be watching Netflix. Joey was watching Netflix. I don't never be on. And I know whenever since we got some bitch account, whenever I go on Netflix, I know Joey don't. See, this is who Joey is, you guys. That was Joey's account is locked. So we can't watch what the hell she watched. We don't know what that's true. She's the only one with the locked account, right? But when I go on Netflix, I know I can tell what everybody watch, because all these things be saying, "What? Continue watching this." Keith, I ain't watched none of that shit. I can tell you what the whole staff have been watching. It's like 1,000 movies. Like, I ain't watched none of this. I see somebody's into a lot of Chinese kung fu. Somebody's in some other. I ain't watched none of that shit. But Joby's the only account that's locked.
I don't like distraction, man, because I used to have my account open, give people access to it, then you find your algorithm all messed up. I'm like, nah. Y'all can use each other's account, but not mine, okay? I decide. Mine. Nah, I decide. Y'all stay behind. I don't want no distraction. Even Shmani, Katie knew all that. So Shmani used to use mine a lot, then she used to mess my algorithm. Then she went to Katie also got mad, then she also put a lock, then I don't know, Shmani figured out the pin, then she removed the lock. I don't know. I was like, just don't mess with mine, because I'm not.
I didn't know all that. I didn't know all that. That's funny.
Yeah, it messes with your algorithm. So just told her, you use others, but not mine. Don't touch mine. I'm using mine. I'm using probably with someone's. We're watching a movie together. I'm not letting you watch. Gonna mess up. But shout out to you. One Debbie Blackman says that's why I'm 63. On Mother Earth, I had never vote for any day. Amazing. Shout out to Byron Scott. Nice to see you. Jeba Jeba says that what is name again? Would you link in the app, please?
His name is something Green. What's his name? Somebody Green. But Joby shows is probably also on Rumble. I'm on Rumble, so it's one of the shows that just happened. Go to
There's the
Rumble
link for
Jibber
Jibba
Jab.
Jabba in case you wanna find out more.
Okay,
So
but go. Yeah, to make it easier, instead of going to bitch, you go on Rumble. He got it all broken down. Alex Jones has it easily broken down on Rumble than he does on BitChute. It's easier on Rumble to find that actual one that Joby put up. He'll put it in the segments on his Rumble channel. And BitChute, you got to go. How Joby found it, it's hard. You got to go through the whole show most of the time. The Rumble, he breaks it down.
yeah. And also see one Debbie Blackmore was saying that I found that September 20, yes, that was last year. My eighth uncle was Freemason.
A Freemason?
And I remember they said don't vote. Okay. And Big Cheese says, why is Kid ordering chicken? And I don't know, man. While we're doing
What
live,
chicken?
ask him.
Well, I ain't ordered no chicken. What you talking about? I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna use my phones. I'm gonna use my phones, guys, to come back on tonight. Use my phone, just talk about whatever we're gonna talk about. I can send no videos or nothing.
I already done watched Awake, Joe Mosquito. I told you to watch Awake. How dare you? I told you to watch what to watch, but yeah, that was a good movie. I hope you watched it. It was a good.
What's it called? Awake? What's it called?
Awake.
All right. What's it about?
Obama related type of movie.
Okay.
Yeah, that was I watched that. That was last month. I think at the beginning of the year. I can't remember. Last month probably.
Okay.
But also Big Cheese says Joby watching Chuck. Nah, I'm not watching no Chuck Norris and my movies. No, I'm watching some Mexican shit there. I don't know. It's a series. There is some drug lords.
Good luck with her. I ain't Mexican. I'm good. Hey, she can keep that. She can keep that shit locked up.
Yeah, that is what I'm watching. Just a lot of lessons in it has. I've learned a lot of things in the movie, like how to. A lot of things you can learn from movies, just not just watching. How to relate with people, especially when you are.
Of course, the lessons in it.
Yeah, when you're wealthy, who to trust with your money, who to know. Like Kid says, you should know who's the dummy, who should handle finances. That is what some of the things I've been learning from that movie. Like, because it's a hard time for that man, with all that money, seeing who is gonna leave all that funds. So it's crazy. It's crazy. And I also see Byron says Putin is trying to destabilize the European power structure. And yeah, I think those are all the comments.
I think so. I think that's why he's putting out the Jesus thing. He's trying to destabilize because all their lies, this destabilizes all their lies. So I'm like, what's the African gonna do with the information about all these people being black? They've been told that black is bad and that black is the devil and all these guys and angels in Russia, all black people. It was a great show. It was a great show with Joby. Much love, guys.
Much love. Thank you, Byron, for the comment. I appreciate.
Come back tomorrow and see the new lady. Me and Demore don't know that lady's name.
She's called Iwaton Longoria Sarah. Okay,
Joby, that's too hard. Let's just call the lady Sarah. Iga Toya, Joby, Daba, whatever the hell. Let's just call her Sarah. Shit.
You say she prefers Iwaton instead of Sarah.
We're going to butcher that lady's name, Joey. We're going to butcher it. Iratone?
I can't wait to see Kamlesh reactions tomorrow. We're all waiting for Kamlesh. I can't wait to see Kamlesh. I can't wait.
Why?
Because of the English of this lady. Like, we can't wait to see Kamlesh because everyone was hyped up.
Yeah, because she got like an American accent almost.
Yeah.
Where'd she get that accent? Where'd she get that accent from, Joby? She don't sound Kenyan.
Well, I think as we know each other a little bit, we'll get to know where she got all that English from. You can't just ambush someone like that, But
nah, I'm gonna do it tonight. I ain't gonna show no videos. I'm just gonna be on my phone. He looking anxious for me. I'm gonna do it tonight. I ain't got nothing else to do. But yeah. She sounds like she's like if I had to give an accent, she sounds like she's like from the Midwest, like around Big Cheese's area, like in Indiana, Chicago, that kind of accent. She got that kind of like Midwest accent. You don't sound Kenyan. She's all calm.
She's nice. She's nice. She's vibes. Trust me, she's an amazing lady, and I hope we're gonna be able to grow with her. I hope.
Did she get along with the other ladies in the back?
Yeah. She's cool with everyone. Like everyone loved her from the word go. The accent is what we're making fun of because it's.
What they say? What they say, Joey? What you guys say?
Everyone is like literally. We're trying to like mimic her
accent.
Because I'm struggling. I have to say pardon. Pardon. I'm struggling, you guys. I'm struggling. Like I don't know. I don't know. I'm not that good with English. I've grown up talking Swahili, English. I know I'm perfectly fluent with it, but that American accent.
Yeah. And yeah, I'm gonna come on.
Kids,
I don't know, Joe. You did really well. You was always good and understanding. To tell the truth, you was always pretty good. It'll be guys. I'm gonna come back on like 8 o'clock tonight, Eastern time. Yeah, I don't know, Joe. You was always pretty good. Your English is also really good too.
She's on the Rhythm Scoop Show. In case you guys wanna check out what.
Yeah, go back and check the Rhythm Scoop Show on Black. Go not on the Black Hot Fire Network live channel, but on the Black Hot Fire. And also go to Rumble because I put everything back up on whatever Joby does.
And on the show page.
No matter what channel she's on, that's all going to go to Rumble now. Whatever show she does, whether it's on Black Hot Fire or Black Hot Fire Live. Go over to Black Hot Fire Network, not the live. If you're on the live channel right now, I don't know which one you're on. Go to Black Hot Fire Network and go to the Rhythm Scoop Show, and you guys will see her.
So, much love, family.
Much love, family.
Rest part of the day. It's my time to pack my handbags and go home. See you guys tomorrow, the same time, same place, but different conversation. Remember, every Tuesday and Thursday we are on the radio. So, in case you wanna, and on the network, if you wanna request some music, kindly make sure you do so.
Her accent is nice. No ebonics. She might sound like South African or something to me almost. Her accent's kind of, even I thought she was goofy looking, she sounded kind of sexy. Like, okay, it sound like I like that South African woman accent, like that South African type feel. But anyway, anyway, but long as she gets along with the other staff, you see what Candace says tomorrow when she talks to his ass and see what happens.
Waiting for Kamlesh, man. I'm so excited for Kamlesh. You guys have no idea. Like, it's just the relation we have in the office is just, I wish I can make you guys understand, but yeah, we're just waiting for Kamlesh. We want to laugh. We want to laugh at Kamlesh. We want to laugh. Because Dimara came and he came in the room because we were in the office. I was in the office and I was cooking at the same time. So he was like, Joby. I was like, I'm in your head. I know what you want to say. Like, you read my head. I'm like, what do you want to say? The accent. Do you guys understand what she's saying? I'm like, yeah. We do. Then he didn't speak much. He came. So I was trying to introduce them to each other. They were like, oh, we already introduced each other to ourselves. I'm like, okay, calm down. Okay, I didn't know you guys already introduced each other. But yeah, that's nice. I thought you're not going to understand the English, so I wanted to do the introduction.
Yeah. Should I sit up for groceries tomorrow? I can't. She'll be doing the morning show. I got to send just Joby and maybe the ladies from the office back there, Sheila and Christine with Joby. She'll be doing the morning show with Shamani tomorrow. So, anyway, family.
That's not today, Jabba.
Let's let Joby get home. I want no thugs to get her like last time, a couple of weeks ago when she went home. There was gunplay out there. So,
yeah.
And she's in a nice spot. So we got to get her home so a Nigerian neighbor can shoot his shot.
No Nigeria for me. You're not taking me to Nigeria. Okay. I'd rather go to, where is that place again? That place in Brazil, the flop.
Oh, the favelas. The favelas.
I'd rather go there, not Nigeria.
I forgot to. I had a Brazilian Uber driver Saturday take me to the store and back. Tried to give me a mama's car to be my maid. You need a maid? I don't need no maid. Get out of here. But she wasn't black. She was a white Brazilian. She wasn't no black delicious Brazilian. So she was a big cheese. She wasn't a black woman. A black delicious Brazilian. She was a bad looking, bad body white woman from Brazil.
Nobody. Much love. Have a good day. Have a good day. Thank you, Sarah, for everyone who has been with us. Thank you so much, Joe Mosquito, Jiba Jabba, Big Cheese, T. Kai. Shout out to Aaron James. Shout out to everyone that I've not shouted at. One David Blackman. Asanteni Sana for being with us. And shout out to K. Williams, wherever he is, and Sunken One. Sister Michelle, Sister Angela, Sister Stacy, Sister Janet. I hope you're doing great. Shout out to you. I received your greetings. And to everyone, Manze. Asanteni Sana. And have an amazing rest part of your day. Keith, have a beautiful day. Smart J, have a beautiful night.
Is Smart J here? I didn't know he was still here. Okay.
Thank you.
He was so quiet. I didn't know he was. Sorry, brother. I didn't know you was even there.
There is some topic which I am off. So I was just staying backstage. Listen.
Okay. I didn't know he was even there. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Much love, family. We see everybody tomorrow. Everybody have a good night. Be safe. Be strong. Take care of yourself.
If the briefcase is full of watches and dollars, yes, Jibaba, I'm marrying that. I'm marrying that Nigerian. But if he's broke, coming to scam me, nah. You can forget. Good night. Much love.
Smart J was up. Yeah, he was here. I didn't know he said what's up to him. Yeah. He said what's up to you, Smart J. He said what's up.
Thank you, General.
Yeah, that's the Ghanaian Englishman right there. His Ghanaian ass running through the streets of England.
Peace, family, tomorrow.
We see you tomorrow, Smart J. Peace, family.